The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is something that a lot of people have grown with since the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, all the way to Gen Z. And honestly, I never really was into the TMNT franchise. I heard that the original 90s movie was really good, the original series, video games. And honestly, the only reference I have is the 2014 movie. I never watched the sequel, and I didn't think that one was very good, so I wasn't really keen on a new Ninja Turtles movie. But I gotta say that the one that was just released, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Chaos, makes everything so worth it. I feel like this movie just like really marks a revival because it is just so unique, so well crafted that I just couldn't help but smile the entire film. This movie follows a really amazing trend over the last couple years to make the animation mix a lot of different styles and like comic book, like wacky things into it with a really specific kind of animation. And this one really shows the best out of it. For example, with Spider-Verse, with Puss in Boots, The Mitchells, I feel like all those movies have a really amazing animation style that I think is going to define the 2020s. And this is something I would love to talk in a separate video of its own. But I really enjoy that style. I feel like it immediately makes a movie so much better. And having said that, I hope it doesn't saturate the industry in the future. But I gotta say that this movie was really unique and it sets apart from some of the other movies. For example, the animation really makes it feel like it's hand-drawn, like a drawing a kid would make in several parts. But it also is really high quality. And that's something I really enjoyed about the movie, is just the animation and everything it has. And I gotta say, like, it was really fun from beginning to end. I swear every single joke in the movie lands. Like, I just feel like it's like these kind of movies that have really like jokes, but they're also like really well made and have like this kind of like wacky, amazing, interesting style just really shine every single time. And I just liked it so much. So in terms of plot, the movie follows kind of like the same story we've known from the Ninja Turtles all the way from the beginning. There are these turtles who got like some radioactive substance on them, and they were raised by Master Splinter, who is this giant rat who was also a mutant. And they learn ninja moves, they learn martial arts, and they become these superheroes who save everybody in the city. And it's just like a really standard plot, but it just like really makes the most out of it. I feel like this movie shows us really interesting parts that haven't really been explored in other movies, I assume, because like we really don't get to see these characters more than like the two-dimensional like fighters on the streets. And this one like really delves deep into like the personalities and like the fears and insecurities of these characters, because they're especially teenagers. I feel like this is the first TMNT movie where actually the teenager word actually makes sense, because they're like 15-year-old teens. And with that, it comes like the whole attitude. I really especially love the scenes with the Ninja Turtles where they're like fooling around, they're like acting like actual teenagers, because it reminds me a lot of what I did when I was in high school, when I was in middle school. And it's just like so fun and so interesting to see that, like this side of these characters that we've known. So yeah, the themes in the movie are really amazing. I especially love Master Splinter, and I also love April O'Neil in this movie. I feel like her character is really well crafted, and she has some really funny scenes. I won't spoil that one scene, but it just made me laugh in the theater. I feel like her character was really well crafted, and the way she, like her motivations to help the Ninja Turtles are really similar to them, and so she relates to them, she gets to know them, and they basically work together to stop a nefarious plot by a villain called Superfly, which is amazingly voiced by Ice Cube. I feel like that was a really amazing character. And the whole crew of mutants that are like around it, for example, Bebop and Rocksteady and all the other characters, just really make the movie really fun. And there's some really, really funny scenes with those characters. Like the rest of the mutant animals that we have only see in this movie are just really, really well crafted and really well written, because they were just so funny the entire time. I honestly, like, each one just like was really amazing, and it just made me really happy to see these characters. Also, I like Superfly because his character is kind of like has some motivations, like the same motivations as Master Splinter. Like, they were both rejected by society for being mutant animals, but while Splinter has like a more pacifist side to him, Superfly has like this villainous like attitude that he wants to have revenge on humanity, and that leads to some really interesting concepts that I loved in the movie. And towards the end, you realize like how Master Splinter differs from Superfly, even though they have the same philosophy. And yeah, I like that side of the movie that makes you think. And I like, over the course of the movie, also Master Splinter learns a lot about how he's treating his sons, which are basically the 4 Ninja Turtles. So in conclusion, I think this movie was really well made. I liked everything from the animation. It was also just really fun. I feel like we don't really get that many movies that are just fun from beginning to end, and this one was just really amazing. And also, like, not fun, like mind-numbingly fun, like some movies that I'm not going to mention, but like just actual like fun that makes sense. And this movie captures all of those feelings. And like I said, it's pretty unique. And yeah, those are pretty much all my thoughts. I thought it was fun. I thought I enjoyed a lot of the references. Also, this movie has like a ton of pop culture references, but they're like sound natural and more in tune with like how the movie is portrayed. So yeah, I like the movie a lot. As a final score, I'm gonna give it the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Chaos a 78 out of 100. I just enjoy the movie. I thought it was really well crafted, and I just had a really good time at the theater. So if you want to just unwind for a bit, go watch this movie. But anyways, those are pretty much all my thoughts. And yeah, if you like my reviews, as always, click like, subscribe, and check out the rest of my videos. So anyways, that's everything for today, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in another time.